What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of the Deaths of the Asia You Can't Whoop Me edition, where a dry bitch could never hear me. Make sure you go ahead and like this video, share this video, and make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube channel. So, y'all know I had to jump on this right here. If you have been following me on my social media platforms, which if you are not following me, you better make sure you follow me because I be saying some things. You hear me? If you've been following me on my social media platforms, then you know that I have been very vocal about what has been going on with the Will Smith versus Chris Rock, Jada Pinkett Smith type situation or whatever that went down at the Oscars. I'm gonna show y'all this clip. I want y'all to get into this clip, and then I'm gonna give y'all my commentary on how I feel about the whole type of situation because it's a hot ass mess. Y'all get into this, and I'm gonna check back in with y'all.
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? that was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Richard. Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Wow, dude.
Yes.
It was a G.I. Jane joke.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
I'm going to, okay? Okay. That was a greatest night in the history of television. Okay. Okay.
Y'all, I know by now that everyone has seen this clip, but I wanted to replay it so we can have a deep dive type of conversation about what we are witnessing. At first, I ain't gonna even tell no lie. When I first seen it at the Oscars, where Chris Rock, he was just hosting the Oscars, being the comedian that he is, and he just took a jab at someone at the audience. It just so happens to be Jada or whatever. I'm not sure if he's aware of her medical conditions, what she's dealing with alopecia, whatever the case may be. I'm pretty sure if he knew of her actual condition that he wouldn't have made that joke or whatever. But when I watch this and I see everything unfold, it's like there's a whole lot of healing that needs to take place. Like for Will Smith to have the type of reaction that he had to a comedian doing what a comedian does. Everybody know, like if you go to the comedy show and you sit in the front row, then you stand a chance of being the butt of a joke. That's just how it is. It happens like that. D.L. Hughley is the king, one of the kings of comedy, and he's very well known for like poking at like people in the audience. I don't like that type of comedy, to be honest with you. Like if I'm paying my money to go to a comedy show, I don't want nobody poking fun at me because bitch, I done spent my money to come see you. So you need to keep it real cute. I might do a Will Smith and jump on the stage and see about your ass. You get what I'm saying? So that's that. But we need to understand that there is that certain type of comedy where people will point you out. So these polished people, they've been in the industry, they've been at the award shows where comedians, so to speak, they have actually been the host of these shows. So they kind of like got an idea of how this actually goes, right? So I want y'all to walk through this with me. And I'm not going to give y'all exactly what I think about this particular situation. I want y'all to walk through this with me so we could see the mind of the people who are the players in this situation. So you have Will Smith, one of our most polarizing actors at the particular moment. You have Jada, one of the most beautiful women in the world, right? And then you have Chris Rock, one of the most respected comedians in the world. Well, like he's funny, he has the wit, he has all of those things or whatever. So you have all of these phenomenal people involved in this particular situation, right? We all know that Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith, they have overshared in their relationship or their marriage or whatever. They have configurations in their relationship that is abnormal to a whole lot of people, but that's neither here nor there. And I had to think about this for a minute because a lot of people were like, you know, Jada Pinkett Smith, she's been involved in entanglements and she had all of this um, extracurriculum things going on in her relationship or whatever. So if Will then slap August Alsina, why the fuck he slapped Chris Rock? You know, that don't have, that's like comparing apples to oranges. These people sat down and they made an agreement to live out their truth the way that they wanted to handle their marriage the way that they wanted to be joined together in that sacred union the way that they wanted to. It's not for us to be able to be like, this is what you should be mad at versus this. I'm not even finna go there. However, it's not very common that men are comfortable with their woman dealing with and seeing other men or whatever. And even though Will Smith is one of those guys that he thinks outside the box and, he's not trying to control his woman to a certain extent. And he's like, if you're giving me the allowance to get out here and do certain things and have these extramarital affairs or whatever, then you have that same leeway. And I'm not going to let my ego get in the place of that, right? So we see this played out. And I don't have a problem with either one of them for that because we actually see that being played out, right? So in the process of all these things that's going on, you have certain people that have a problem with what they have going on. And we had a situation where August Alsina ended up coming out and he, like outed what Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith had going on, where we always had speculations of certain things, but we really didn't care. It's like, whatever. That's the Fresh Prince. That's our girl. You know what I'm saying? We don't give a fuck for real. So he ended up outing them, which led to them having to have this open conversation about their relationship. And it seems like both of them was waiting to exhale. It seems like after August Alsina actually outed them, it just opened up the floodgates where they was like, shit, we finna just ride the wave and we finna start talking about all of this stuff. We finna just, when we pop the lid, we finna open up the whole can. You hear me? Just so happens Jada Pinkett Smith, she has the red table talk or whatever. So in the process of all of that, not only do they discuss the August Alsina situation, they start just completely oversharing. Where it's like, yeah, we love y'all. Y'all one of like the most famous and the most beautiful, the most sought after, the most hashtag goals black families in Hollywood or whatever the case may be. But really, y'all are not the people that we want to be trying to figure out what y'all got going on in the bedroom, because y'all really old. You know what I'm saying? So we're really not that fucking interested in what y'all got going on. So it started feeling like you kind of just pushing yourselves on us at this particular point. You just giving us information that we ain't asked for. You get what I'm saying? So these people start oversharing. Will Smith done wrote a book. Every time you looked up, here come Jada Pinkett Smith. She at the red table, and she's giving all of this information. And people want to go on record and say, well, why y'all are so invested in what celebrities are doing? We don't give a fuck like that. Didn't nobody go digging for that information. They gave us that information. So you can't have a problem with somebody having an opinion on things that they see on TV and what they see on social media, right? In the process of all of that, Jada Pinkett Smith, she's the only one that's the mouthpiece. She's the only one talking about certain things that she has experienced in the bedroom and all this old kind of stuff, and things that she has experienced to make her evolve as a woman and as a person or whatever. And in the interim, those stories that she has told has made Will look a certain type of way in the public. So now we're looking at Will like, dude, you soft as fuck. You can't control your woman. She making you look like a bitch. Tupac would never type shit. You hear me? So Will Smith put in his book that all his life he done felt like a coward. You know, he felt like a coward because his mom dealt with domestic violence and he was a little boy, you know, and he couldn't protect his mom when she was experiencing domestic violence. So you're dealing with somebody that before he even became a man, he felt emasculated. He felt like in his heart and his soul, I need to stand up for a woman. He was put in a position as a little kid in his heart and in his soul. I need to stand up for a woman, but I'm a little boy. I can't beat this big grown ass man up. So I feel like a coward because I can't take down somebody that shouldn't even be my enemy right now. So this whole time, this little boy is feeling like a fucking coward for not being able to beat a grown man ass that shouldn't even be beating his mama ass, where he feel like he needs to take care of. And his mama shouldn't even been putting him in a position where he's able to see this shit. So he's hopeless. Like a penny with a hole in it. He's fucked up. Just before adolescence. You know what I'm saying? Like the little boy is fucked up watching all of this, right? So you get in a marriage and a relationship with this strong-headed woman and you see all this happening or whatever the case may be. And you know you ain't no punk bitch. Like even with the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I got in one little fight and my mom got scared and said, you move with your auntie and uncle in Bel-Air. You know, I think it's some reality to that. You get what I'm saying? I don't think that Will is soft or anything, but the image that he had to put out into Hollywood in order to grow and to elevate or whatever, it could lend itself to him just being like, you know what I'm saying, a light-skinned nigga with that light-skinned energy type shit, right? So all this stuff that done came out about them or whatever, and people poking fun, Jada not making it no better. She's oversharing and all of that. So they're up against this scrutiny that was really unnecessary. I think it was once that lid came off, they just popped the top. You know, once that lid came off, they're like, whatever. And they thought they was just going to get welcome with open arms or whatever, but it didn't end up working out like that. So now you have this guy that is sitting back and the whole world think you a punk bitch ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? And your woman is wearing the pants and she got you in a chokehold. She's the mouthpiece. Like people ain't used to seeing this type of configuration of a relationship where this man is letting his wife, you know what I'm saying, fuck on another nigga, regardless of how y'all try to put it, regardless of what y'all say they talked about or whatever. At the end of the day, it's still not something that is typically a thing where men be okay with, right? So it's automatically a thing where there's some stigma behind the configurations that they got going on or whatever. So generally speaking, the world is looking at Will Smith like you a simp. I'm gonna try to use language that ain't gonna get me kicked up out of here. But you like a simp, you know what I'm saying? You trying to save a hoe. And that's no disrespect to Jada, because if that's what you and your man decide that this is what y'all gonna do, it is what it is. I'm all good with like open relationships or whatever the case may be, but we got to think about what the small minded ass world thinking about it. So your perception to the world is like you a hoe. That's your image now. Um, Will Smith, your image now is you a weak ass hoe ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Why you ain't slap August type thing, right? You gotta keep all of this in mind. So you have this man that's hearing all the rumblings of what's going on social media. This woman hearing all the rumblings of what's going on social media, or whatever the case may be. Like these celebrities, they follow, they see what's going on, they know what people are saying about them or whatever. So you sit in the audience and you trying to watch the show. A comedian make a lighthearted joke that it's a bad joke, but it's like, is it that serious to get up and slap you a motherfucker by it, right? You finna die about this. You get what I'm saying? So Chris Rock get up there, he says a joke, and honestly, I didn't even know Jada had alopecia until this. I'm sure Chris Rock didn't know the lady had alopecia because she always wore her hair short. So I'm sitting up here thinking like, shit, she got cute bald headed or whatever. I ain't think she got alopecia, but whatever. So they sit in the audience. Chris Rock makes a joke. Chris Rock has never presented as a thug, never presented as hard. Will Smith never presented as a thug, never presented as hard or whatever. So it's kind of like I could get one off on him, right? So I really feel that what ended up happening at that moment where Chris Rock made the joke, "Hey Jada, I love you. See you in G.I. Jane 2." Will Smith laughed. And that doesn't mean that he wasn't mad when he laughed, but he slapped on the knee. So it seems like, he's cackling or whatever for real. And then Jada rolled her eyes or whatever. Being that he's so impressionable, it seems like to me that it was one of those things like, oh, nigga, you find that shit funny? You know what I'm saying? It seemed like she neck rolled his motherfucking ass like, you find that shit funny? The fuck you mean? You gonna let this nigga just talk to me crazy? You ain't gonna do shit about this Will? Like, seriously? You got me fucked up. No more pussy for you. That's what it seemed like. What the fuck happened? Like, bruh, that ain't shit funny. So now Will, he done jumped up. Next thing you know, he done walked up on the stage like I am robot and I am legend. And he done motherfucking slapped the fuck out of Chris Rock. And he done walked back to his seat like it's all cool. And then he went to screaming, "Keep my wife name out your fucking mouth." All of that. And it's just like, what are you doing? Who are you trying to prove something to? At first, I thought this shit was a joke because I'm like, this can't be real. But you have a lot of unhealed ass black people out here that's on some, yeah, he did what he was supposed to do by protecting his wife. Yeah, slap that nigga in the face because sometime it's the last time and you done said too much. I'm going to put you down where you fucked up at and all this old kind of like, miss me with all of that. Miss me with all of that right there. Because the crime has to fit the punishment. Y'all sitting up here talking about, oh, it was okay for Chris Rock to get slapped because he said a fucking harmless. I can't tell that woman how to feel behind that joke because I ain't got fucking alopecia or no shit like that or whatever the case may be. But come on, like, you couldn't just walk away from that. And Y'all want to sit up here and say, oh yeah, him saying a joke warranted him getting slapped on national TV in front of his wife and kids. It warranted that. But if something happened to your black ass or your black people, something happened to one of you motherfuckers, and a person feel a certain type of way, you get one of these shaky ass motherfucking police that's riding down the street and they just feel some type of way, bitch, I'm scared for my life, just because you reach for something, then they pop trunk on you, then you gonna be like, oh, it wasn't worth all of that. But it was worth all of that. Y'all got a whole bunch of energy for your same people and don't have that same type of energy for your oppressor. Like, I don't even understand that, nigga. You ain't gotta protect me. Like, people even tried to use this whole gaslighting shit, talking about, oh, I thought it was protect black women. Yes, it is protect black women. But amidst of protecting black women, bitch, it's protect black men too. So as a black woman, Jada Pinkett Smith had a responsibility, and as a black man, Will Smith had a responsibility. If Chris Rock was any type of different type of ass nigga, what if Chris Rock was waiting on Will Smith outside with that chopper, like, yeah, nigga, you slapped me and I took that shit. I did this right here because telling you the show not die, bitch. What if he did that? You know what I'm saying? Then y'all would have been like, Will Smith probably shouldn't have did that, or Chris Rock, he took it too far. You can't tell somebody how bad it should get. You can't light no flame and expect it to control the fire. You know what I'm saying? You can't sit up here and do something to somebody, then all of a sudden you like, oh no, it ain't that damn serious or whatever. The same way, we can't tell Will how to take it, but use your words. You know what I'm saying? The same way he was heckling from the audience, he could have did that same thing instead of putting his hands on that man. He didn't have to get up there and hit that man. And a lot of people be like, "Oh well, you only saying that, or these women are only saying that because they haven't experienced a real man." Listen, we're saying it because we know real men, developed men, men who got some sense about themselves, women who got some sense about themselves, women who know that, goddamn me, if I know that this nigga die for me, then I'm not gonna put him in a position to put his life on the line. I'm gonna make sure that I protect him. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no man that's gonna die for me. I want a nigga that's gonna live for me. And if I get a nigga that's gonna live for me, he gonna do everything in his power in order to protect me, in order to protect himself. At the end of the day, all that reckless ass, we finna die about it or whatever the case may be, what good are you to anybody if you in the motherfucking grave? I gotta go find another nigga. I got to go around here and get the sucking new dick to replace you. I'm good. Like, let's not do that. All this, let's die about it. Black people be so ready to die about shit. What the fuck are you living for? That's what I want to know. What are you living for? Every time I look up, we ready to die. We finna ride. We finna fight. We finna do this. It's up and it's stuck. Like, bitch, sit your goof ass down somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you living for? Because the goddamn man in black, he walked his goofy ass on that stage. He better be glad he was at the Oscars. You never would have tried that shit at no Source Awards. You never would have tried that shit at the BET. Like, nigga, you was on the right stage to be able to pull that shit on the right nigga because, hey, yeah, we finna pop trunk on you. For real. You think you finna walk up on a man and just slap him because he did? And even Chris Rock was like, dude, it was a G.I. Jane joke. I didn't even know the connection of the joke because the simple fact I just didn't know the connection of the joke because I ain't even watched G.I. Jane. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, whatever. There was something that could have been a joke at the moment of time and it could have went on. But this is what you're witnessing when you're watching this clip. What you're witnessing is a man that has been emasculated by his woman who still has a battery in his back. And now he's trying to prove his manhood to him. He's trying to prove his manhood to her. And he's trying to prove his manhood to his people. This man slapped Chris Rock to regain his dignity. Will Smith need therapy, and I don't give a fuck about what type of therapy that they money have paid for so far. He don't need no couples therapy. He need therapy or something by himself. He need individual therapy because this man really got up there and did all of that to try and prove his manhood to his people that been clowning him, which is us, because I done got on his ass. You like, yeah, you need to get your woman under control. She talks too motherfucking much. And a lot of people have made the argument and they be like, well, what about what Will did? Let me tell y'all something. Y'all have to start dealing with reality here. This is a man's world. I'm not, follow me when I say this. It's okay for men to cheat. It's normal. I say this. It's normal for a man to have multiple women and his woman stay with him. It's not normal. It's not typical for a man to stay with a woman after she's cheated and all that kind of stuff or whatever. It's just not, the man ego is very fragile. So you have to keep that in mind or whatever. You got to think about what you're dealing with or whatever. So a lot of people will be like, well, Will, he had all these extramarital affairs and all this. So they ain't got shit to do with shit. It's the optics of it all. That's the only thing you need to focus on, of the optics of it all. And the way Jada go about her little red table talk or whatever, it just don't sit right. It just doesn't sit right. So this man, he probably wanted to pop off on a lot of people at one point. He probably wanted to pop off, but he was like, you know what? This is somebody that I know I could get this one off with, and I can tuck my shirt back in my pants and walk off, and I'm gonna be able to sit down and everything gonna be cool or whatever. He knew who to play with. He definitely knew who to play with. I wanna talk about this before I leave, right? I'm gonna tell y'all something that pisses me off is when people undermine issues that women have by throwing some other bullshit on top of it. If a black woman say protect black women, they'll be like, if you a black woman and you got a problem with Will Smith slapping the shit out of Chris Rock, then how you gonna be talking about protecting black women? First of all, Chris Rock got a black wife, don't he? What about how that woman feel about her husband getting slapped on national TV? You know what I'm saying? Protecting black women don't necessarily mean you gotta up and be violent. You know what I'm saying? Don't y'all remember when Megan Good ex-husband, protected her in the midst of the church people sitting down at his table with the microphone up to him like this right here, like, we not finna do this today. And he got the same response that a Will Smith will get by punching somebody. He sat there like, nah, y'all ain't finna do this with my wife. No. I don't want my black man to stand the risk of getting locked up or getting his ass blown the fuck off because he done got physical with somebody that just said some shit. You know what I'm saying? You know how many niggas would have been died behind me if I was sending them out for anybody everybody that wanted to call me a fat bitch. You know what I'm saying? You know how many niggas would have died behind that shit? If I'm like, oh, he called me a fat bitch. My feelings are so hurt. Go get him, baby. I can't take this shit no more. You know how many niggas I would have sent to the grave? How many mamas would have been to the cemetery? Because my feelings hurt, because I'm feeling some type of way, because I'm insecure and I'm feeling some type of way about something I got going on. No, nigga, this nigga said some shit that was foul. You didn't like what he said. Get him back with words. Get somewhere and sit your goofy ass down. Now, if I'm in physical harm, physically protect me. If I'm not in physical harm, and if this person, now it's sometimes you do need to slap the fuck out you a motherfucker, right? If you in physical harm, yeah. If it's a thing where you in arm's reach, and I've told you multiple times, like, cut that out, like, this ain't what we doing, and you keep on disrespecting me, then you might catch these hands. But for you to halfway laugh at something, then get the feeling some type of way, then you walk on stage and embarrass the fuck out yourself, slap this man, embarrass this man, sit back down, win an award, cry, and all this old kind of stuff. You don't have no control of your woman. She done controlled you because you weren't even tripping that goddamn hard to do all of that or whatever. Will Smith should have sat there or whatever, Jada mad, and he should have just patted her on her thigh and be like, baby, I got this. Don't you even worry about that. I'm finna check this nigga. And when they leave or whatever, pull him, get him right on together. Or when you finna give your acceptance speech, I don't know if he thought he was gonna win or not, but when you finna get your acceptance speech, go ahead and address him with your words, be witty, and give that comedic chop just the same way that he did, and get it over and done with. Fuck is you fighting for? And a lot of people be like, y'all always try to tell black people how to act in front of white people. I don't give a fuck about no white person. I've never taken into consideration them white people could get the Elton John and Billy Ray Cyrus. They could get the fighting over the bench on the piano. I wouldn't give a damn who finna. Oh, it's my time to sit at the piano. I wouldn't give a damn. They could get the sliding all across that bitch. I wouldn't give a flying fuck. I don't give a damn about what they got going on. And I never compare us to them. I'm talking about us and what we need to do for us. These white people and what they got going on, they are not my standard. They are not my moral compass. Let's be very clear. Let's be very clear. You know what I'm saying? It's just a matter of what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. There was some other bullshit. There's other ways to handle that. You know what I'm saying? These guys are there in their 50s. What y'all, who the fuck finna be fighting? Y'all in y'all 50s getting up slapping folks? And then y'all want to sit here and talk about they are giving our kids certain images or they're influencing our kids. I really think that our kids are a little bit more influenced by us than them. So you got to be mindful of what you're showing to our kids. Y'all up there, you know what I'm saying, just thugging. You hear me? These kids see that. But you ain't worried about that. Then you want to turn around and flip it, twist it, and turn it around and they did this, they did that. But what if it was one of them and all that? I don't give a fuck about none of that. I'm just thinking about us. And what happened, it was not cool. And if Will Smith would have chin checked him outside, or if it had been a thing where he just pulled him to the side and talked to him or got up there and said something and threw a jab at him on some funny shit or whatever, because Will Smith does have a sense of humor, he could have just hit him back with words or whatever. It would have been funny and all the same. It would have been a still, yeah, he took up for his wife. That's that. And you got these people that sitting up here talking about, well, we gotta protect black women, protect black women. Listen, you do need to protect black women, but black women have a responsibility to protect black men as well. And I'm gonna tell you a problem with black women, and a lot of people finna get mad at me, and I don't even really too much give a fuck, because you can't whoop me. You can slap the fuck out of Chris Rock, but bitch, you can't whoop me. Black women want protection, but they do not want provision. A black woman, a lot of times you have women that's out here, they want to say and do anything that they want to. They don't want no type of structure. It's like, I can do and say whatever the fuck I want to. I could put you in a fucked up position And whatever goes down, then you better be the attack dog and you better jump in and you better risk your life for the dumb shit that I'm doing out here. That's not how any of this works. You cannot protect somebody that you cannot guide. You cannot protect somebody that's unruly and all out of control. You cannot do that shit. So you have these women that be out here on some protect me, protect me, protect me. But you don't want to listen to the motherfucker that you're telling to protect you and putting this person in danger. And he's so goddamn stupid that he's letting you do it. And then only thing he is a send out and an attack dog. At the end of the day, you're not a protector. You're a doormat. If your woman is controlling every single thing, you allowing your woman to be out here all on social media, have a whole platform where she earn out all your business, all your kids' business, all the grandma business, all everybody goddamn business that's in the family, earn it out, leaving all of y'all business up for speculation, making y'all vulnerable and susceptible to bullshit. You allowing this lady to do all that because she got this. I want her to be her. I want her to be free in this Scientology bullshit. And now all of a sudden, now you got to defend your manhood because you done let your bitch play you like a bitch. Like, listen, we got to draw the line somewhere. We got to figure this out. You get what I'm saying? That man was an emasculated man that tried to reclaim his dignity. Now, he did send a message. You know, people might not be talking about Will and Jada no more, whatever the case may be, because Will said, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. But, nigga, I'll pop trunk on you, so I'm going to keep on talking. Like, what you going to do? Bitch, you can't whoop me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you ain't scaring nobody, but these folks in the audience or whatever that wasn't expected, you're not scaring me because I see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? You trying to reclaim your manhood or whatever the case. And a lot of people was like, oh, I bet Jada Pinkett Smith fucked the shit out of him when they got home. No, she didn't. I'm going to tell you why. Because she look at that nigga like he's a bitch ass nigga. He did that because he knows that she look at him like he a bitch ass nigga. And the fact that he got up there and did this here when she sent that whistle and told him to go sick him, she's still looking at him like a bitch ass nigga. If your woman gotta sick you on somebody, she still look at you like a bitch ass nigga because you really not standing up because you want to. You standing up because I had to put that batter in your back. You was laughing first, nigga, and you stopped laughing or whatever because I rolled my eyes. Now you finna go sick them or whatever. After you get through slapping somebody and about to fuck up your award, you still a bitch ass nigga when you get done. That's just how I see it. But shout out to Will Smith for winning the award for best actor or whatever. That was dope. He did all that slapping and ready to box a motherfucker and went to crying and shit, apologizing or whatever. It is what it is. And I wish them the best, but all at the same time, they need to really get it together. And anybody that is in agreement with what Will Smith did, I'm here to hear your comments. I ain't got no problem with anybody disagreeing with me or whatever, but it was just a different way to handle that. And I just looked past the obvious. That's my whole thing. I look past the fact that, oh, okay, he's standing up for his wife. No, you standing up for you trying to reclaim your manhood and your dignity at this point. That's really what it's looking like to me, because the man in black ain't never got that motherfucking jiggy in his life. So y'all, like, you ain't had no fight since you had to move with your auntie and your uncle in Bel Air. So whatever. Anyway, y'all make sure y'all like this video, share this video, and make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube channel. Tonight we had an awesome show. We had Young Dolph's childhood friend on the show that I'm on, Hip Hop School Past and Present. it was a very good interview. Like it was damn near 2 hours long. We got a whole lot of material. That's why I'm on here. I'm just like I have to sit up in here and talk to y'all about this, but I'm tired. You hear me? Tired in through. But anyway, that interview was dope. Y'all definitely make sure y'all go check that out. The hip hop school past and present. I have the link down here in the description. You can run over there and subscribe to that channel. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Also, the guy that was on the hip hop school past and present is Young Dolph's childhood friend. His name is BP. He's on Power 99 The Mix, and he has a podcast called Economic Sauce. I don't have that in the description, but I'm gonna put it in the description. Either way, y'all know how to Google shit. I'm going to show y'all the intro to the Hip Hop School Past and Present podcast. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I hope y'all picked up what I was putting down. Y'all have a good night. Bye-bye.
It's the Hip Hop School Past and Present podcast.
It's that time.
All regions stand up.
On your feet.
North, South,
Everywhere.
East,
Where you at?
and West, Midwest.
Where you at?
Act a fool. You gotta be tight with your tool when you go to the hip hop school. Be grown in the crowd called Primo Fur and Deja Rude, child. Get out your feelings, you get booed at the hip hop school. You know the rule. Act a fool. You gotta be tight with your tool when you go to the hip hop school. You can't be mad cause you got swag and easy cool. It's your motherfucking problem, knowledge rule at the hip hop school. You know the rule. Act a fool. You gotta be tight with your tool when you go to the hip hop school. Can't look like that, come in too slung out artifacts. The truth is cruel, but that's just fuel at the hip hop school. Past and present.